Hello and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge, and we are here for another episode with the award-winning Manitowoc Public Library. Today I have got Meredith Gadzinski right over here. And Meredith, we are talking about something interesting, awful art. Welcome to Coffee on the Coast.
Thank you, Tina. Yeah, the library we're having an awful art contest.
What does that mean? I'm kind of having an existential crisis thinking about that.
Well, I know the idea that came to me is we will watch bad movies on purpose, like B movies. There's a thing for B movies. So I thought, well, there's got to be something for bad art. So that's kind of how the idea came to mind. That we can just celebrate our unique creativity without the pressure of creating a perfect masterpiece. And the worst the art, the better. So that's kind of where the idea came from.
What's an example of bad art? Like, what does that mean?
Well, so one of the things that when I was researching the idea online is instead of having the contest, people have done it in person where you basically use like glitter, puffballs, or, egg cartons or whatever you have around the house. And you just kind of put it together with no real intent. And then the people participating in it would vote on the worst project. And that's kind of where the idea came from. So
is it so bad that it's good, or are you really putting on what is actually the worst?
No, it's so bad it's good.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what the submissions will look like. I think it's going to be quite funny.
Are there limitations to the materials used?
Yes. So any bad art with nudity, offensive language, or depictions of violence will not be displayed.
Okay. Yep, because that's no fun. That supersedes bad. That's beyond appalling, right? Okay, so we're not dealing with that. But you mentioned like glitter, puffballs. Are people restricted to what they can use, or is it any medium?
Any medium. You could do jewelry. Do you remember the macrame that people hung pots in? Things like that. You could really do anything you want to do. You can do painting. You could do sculpture. It's a way for anyone to dive in and create whatever they really want, and then possibly win an award for it.
Ooh, let's talk about the awards. What kind of awards are there?
Well, there are 3 categories. The categories are adult, teen, and family. So if families want to create something together and submit it together, that's why we have that category, is so that parents have the opportunity, if they want to involve their kids in the program, they can, but we're not penalizing or making children feel bad about their creations as well. So it gives the parents freedom to include their kids in this program if they want, but if they don't think their kids can handle it, then they can choose not to participate. And then the prizes are, each category the worst art would win $20 in chamber bucks.
Wow. So there's actually a nice incentive to participate.
Yeah.
To set out to purposefully make awful art. That's a unique challenge.
Yep.
So often it happens that you set out to make art and it unwillingly turns out to be awful, right? But to purposefully set out to make awful art, that is a unique challenge. So I'm going to put up this graphic. Tell people, so it starts March 15th through April 15th is when they should submit.
Yep. And each picture will be in categories, will be posted on our Facebook page. And the pictures that win, have the most reactions, will be the winners. So everyone gets to vote on this.
Okay, and so you're doing it virtually. This is all digital. People create the awful art, submit a photo at manitowoclibrary.org/bad art are the rules and the instructions.
Yes.
Like where they could submit it and everything. Mm-hmm. And then viewers can view the art on your Facebook page.
Yes.
And that's where people are either thumbs up, thumbs down, reacting in some way.
Mm-hmm. And the art with the most reactions wins.
Interesting. So whether it's a laughing face, whether it's a heart, whether it's a thumbs down, the most reactions wins.
Yep.
Cool. So, and just looking at this graphic again, so it says March 15th through April 15th. So is that happening then on April 15th, or when do you start gauging the reactions?
Tina, I did not hear you. Could you
Oh,
please repeat that?
yep, absolutely. I was just looking at this graphic, and the end date says April 15th. Is it April 15th that people should look for all of the submissions on Facebook, or will that happen later than that?
Yes. So once the pictures will be shared on MPL's Facebook on April 19th, and then the winners will be announced after that.
Okay, fun. So have you seen any previews of what people might be thinking?
Tina, there's something going on here. I can't understand you.
Oh, okay. Nope, I'll repeat it. Have you seen any previews of what people are planning for their awful art?
Did I hear you say you're asking about previews of awful art? I'm not sure exactly. We didn't pull any photos online. So that's something that we could come up with. It wasn't really planned. But we're also hoping that the RAR West did contact us. So we're hoping that they'll have some examples that maybe we can share with people.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. Awesome. Anything else that you think people should know about the appallingly awful art contest?
No, just go to our homepage, manitowoclibrary.org/bad art for all the details. And we're just really excited to see what awful art is submitted for this really fun, lighthearted contest that we're trying to just have fun with everyone's brain and how it works. And that way it includes everyone. You don't have to be an artist to participate.
Yeah, how fun to approach art. How fun to approach art in a non-serious way, right? To be kind of cheeky and to be kind of silly is kind of a real load off, right? You can just approach it and have fun.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of the Pinterest creations, the Pinterest fails that everyone talks about. And I made a cheese ball and I tried to make an owl out of it, and it was awful. It looked bad. It tasted delicious, but it looked really bad, and it was really funny. And I just think celebrating the badness of things that's worth celebrating as well.
Yeah, celebrating the attempt. It's much better to try and fail than to not try at all.
Yep.
Awesome. How fun. Meredith, thanks for sharing the news about this awful art contest. We'll be looking forward to seeing the results.
Thank you.
All right, take care. We'll see you next time on Coffee on the Coast.
Bye.